What if I told you guys that there was a way to tune your LS swaps for 50 bucks? And the $50 buy-in was a one-time fee. After that, you can tune all the P01 and P59, which is every 99 to 07 PCM out there, for free. Would you be in? So the first few little things you need, which are most of the cost, is the OBD Link LX. I'll have a link to that in the description on Amazon. There's also the MX, which is a little bit more money. It might be a little faster. You're going to need a bench tune harness, which I found out the hard way is absolutely critical. This absolutely has to be done on a bench harness. If you do it in the vehicle, you will brick ECM after ECM. Ask me how I know. I'm not going to do a whole video on how to do a bench harness because this is not for the amateur. This is, you know, for the novice to experienced person. I will cover how my bench harness works real quick though. All you need is the blue side PCM connector. Pin 1 goes to ground. Pin, let me see here, 22 goes to key on. 23, I'm sorry, that's not right. Pin 19 goes to key on. Pin 20 goes to constant hot. Purple wire goes to your OBD, which you can see all running back here out of my OBD plug. There's a lot of videos on YouTube on how to do this, and I'm not going to cover it again. I have I believe this is a 1 amp 12 volt. There we go. Come on. 1 amp 12 volt DC power plug. This is how I bench tune all my ECMs. The blue connector is all you need. It'll work with blue green, blue red, doesn't matter. The next thing you need is an app called LS Droid. I'm going to show you guys how to do this on my wife's phone. I don't really know how to work my wife's phone, so bear with me here. We'll go to Google. We'll type in LS Droid. This is it, ls-droid.com. This is from a guy named Pete Sontag. Hopefully he blows up after this. I want to see this counter go up to 200,000. So this is where it's not for the amateur because you have to enable certain permissions and things like that. So you go to your settings, allow from the source. I'm sorry. Click install. Open. Allow. This will come up. Everything's ready to go. So, in order to tune with LS Droid, there's a bit of a little process here. So let me show you how that works real quick. I don't actually know what this PCM that's sitting here is from. This is a P59, and they work a lot better if you actually install it the right way. I found that the little 4-way wrench I use for my RC hex nuts like fits these perfectly. Well, of course I took it outside and lost it, so it's not down here. So for me, key on power is as simple as plugging this thing in, which will then power up this rat's nest of nonsense and my OBD port. You can build this as fancy as you want. I obviously choose to build it all driveway engineer style. I'm going to put that in search mode. I'm going to come over here to her phone, turn on the Bluetooth. Oops. Good gravy. So you come over here. First you need to read the PCM. These are the ones that are available right now. Click this little Bluetooth icon. All right. You might have to go to the settings and there we go. Go down to Bluetooth, wherever that's at. Pair new device. There it is, OBD Link LX. And it should ask me for a passcode. I'm sorry this is drawn out, but this is, you know, I'm not going to cut this down because I want you guys to see everything that you have to go through. Which is why I'm doing it on this phone, because I've already done it on my phone. So I don't want to give you the full fumbling little struggle bus experience. Every time you do this, it'll go through a version check. So you go back over here, go back over here, you click the three dots, read PCM, select the PCM type, hit the little red thing, select your OBD link. You understand that there's risk. Definitely only do this on your swap. It's timed out. Let's try this again. Alright, take two. Hit the OBD link. You understand that there's risk. There we go. So my connection was crappy here on the PCM side. Surprise, surprise. So, would you like to read the contents of the PCM now? You would. So, it gives you the OS number up here. It gives you a bunch of gobbledygook hex commands or something. I don't know. Doesn't really matter. Then it tells you that it's starting to read. So this is a P59. Like I said, it's going to be twice as big as a P01 or a 411. It takes a long time. I actually will fast forward this part because you guys don't need to watch the whole whatever, you get the picture. I'll be back when this is read. Alright, so once it's all done reading, it'll pop up this save file as, and you want to name it something you can find again. So I'm just going to name it test and hit save. And it gives you this, you know, where it's at kind of deal. And we will head upstairs to the laptop, and I will show you guys the second phase of it. Alright, so once you've read your bin file, you want to come up, get on your laptop, Windows based, head to tunerpro.net, hit the downloads link, Tuner Pro applications. You want Tuner Pro RT. It will download a little exe over here for you. You click on that, give it permission. It'll install. There it goes, all done. Hit finish. Next step, head over to gearheadefi.com. Again, I'll have this link in the description. They have this upper link here on this post is instructions on how to use it. I highly recommend that you do that. You need to extract these. Once they've been extracted, follow the instructions here in the PDF on where to put them. Oops, I already jumped ahead of myself. So these checksum plugins go into the Tuner Pro folder. So I'm going to go Documents, Tuner Pro Files, Plugins. I'm going to paste this here, even though it's a whole folder. I'm going to cut these out. And I'm going to paste them here. Now this will make sure that you always have the right XDF file to edit. If you scroll down in this thread, you'll find that the XDF is basically like the interface that you need to tune. So I don't know which, I'm just going to download this 1 megabyte one because that was a P59 that I read. So I'm going to download that. Then I will open up Tuner Studio, or Tuner Pro, not Tuner Studio, Tuner Pro. It prompts you to register. Register means you're donating $40 to them. I'll leave that up to you. I have HP tuners, so I'm probably not going to be using it. So up here, you go to XDF, select XDF. Mine's in my downloads, where I just put it. There it is. If you set that to parameter category, you can see all this. So now what we need to do is open a bin. In order to do that, I've hooked my wife's phone up to the computer. So apparently it's timed out or something. Oh. So we want to open this device to view files. And then on the phone itself, you have to give permission, probably. There we go. USB preferences. And then it should be right here. There it is, test. So I'm going to cut that out because she hardly needs it. I'm going to put it over here in Tuner Profiles. I'm going to paste it here. And then I'm going to go to View. File, Open Bin. And then I'm going to navigate to that path. Documents, Tuner Pro. Bins. Here's the test bin. So here's VATs, etc., etc., airflow. This is not going to be a how to tune with Tuner Pro, because quite honestly, I don't know. But you can, and you can learn. So once you have all that done, you save your bin as. So we're going to call that test 2. I'm going to save it, open my folder. I'm going to copy it back into the phone. And it's just right here in the main folder, which is where it's at on both my phone and my wife's phone. So I imagine that's probably where it's at by default. So I'm going to close that. I'm going to close this. I am going to jump back onto the phones and go back downstairs and show you guys that real quick. Alright, so I'm back downstairs. I'm going to go ahead and key on my PCM, which again powers up my OBD link. We'll head over here to the cellular phone, Android device. Open up LS Droid. Boop. You get the ready signal. Tap the 3 dots, right PCM. Looks like I have the wrong version. Need 2.0. Those are the steps to get it going. Allow. Back. Install. Again, this is not for the novice. This is not on the App Store. It's not in the Play Store. It's not. Allow. There we go. Flashing is now enabled. Right PCM. Only compatible with 2 devices at this time. OBD Link LX, OBD Link MX. There may be more coming, but for right now, that's it. It gives you this warning about, it might take a long time. It almost certainly will take a long time. Select your OBD device. You see it scrolling down there at the bottom. So you have a few options here. Once I bricked a few PCMs, I had my original read, and I used the clone PCM function to make a 4.3 liter S10 PCM into an 8.1 liter big block ECM. For right now, we're just going to write calibration data. And then it pulls up, this is a list of files. Test 2 is the one that we're looking for. It'll ask you to make sure, are you sure that's the one you want to use? Yes, I am. Now you have to type a command. Cal only flash, begin flash. It gives you a big warning. Do not close the app, do not make any phone calls, do not use the web browser, don't update Instagram, don't do anything but this. I understand. You see down at the bottom it's sending some blocks. Looks like it's going to start working. You never know. Might work, might not. Might go lean, blow your stuff up. Might work perfect. But it's good to have another option. It's always good to have another option on the table, especially an open source option, because you never know what's going to go on with the EPA, and they've already taken some functionality out. That's it. You're done. I'm going to unplug my VIN, or my unplug my key. Close the app. Close LS Droid. There we go. So there you have it for $50 in tool, a little bit of time, a little bit of learning curve. You can not only flash PCMs, but you can clone PCMs. So if you have a working tune, you can clone it onto as many PCMs as you want. You can probably sell them if you want, make a little money. You can give them to all your friends that are doing swaps. You can do it however you want to do it. I would ask that you please don't contact me with a bunch of questions that I answered in the video. If you don't have enough time to watch the video, I don't have enough time to answer your questions. That's kind of where I'm at with that now. I'm not a Tuner Pro expert. I've never used the software before, like 3 or 4 days ago. I just kind of dinked around with it a little bit. I have HP tuners and I have licenses for everything I have at the moment. But you know, maybe in the future I might do my wife's car or something with this. It's pretty intriguing. I will say that you absolutely have to pull the PCM and do this on the bench. Like I said, I bricked a couple PCMs. They're not recoverable. Talking with the guy who developed the app, he thinks they are recoverable. I don't know. I messed around with it a little bit, but again, I'm not a software engineer, so it's a bit outside of my purview. I just really wanted to get the word out that you can flash for free now, essentially. Yeah, it's $50 for the OBD link, but it's free. And as this picks up, and hopefully if this video takes off and he gets some coverage, we can start building a repository of bin files. I will start hosting everything on the Driveway Engineer Facebook group myself. Like I said, I don't want this to go away, and I am a little bit concerned, you know, of who knows what the EPA might come along and do. You know, HP Tuners has already taken away some functionality on the diesel side as far as DPF deletes and things like that they used to allow from pressure from the EPA. So, you know, we got one president right now in 2019, but we might have another president, and we'll definitely have another president in 5 years. So who knows how that'll go. So the more you have out there in the wild, it's just like ghost guns, right? Or PDF or whatever, 3D model files for bump stocks or whatever. You know, the more you have out there, the harder it is to shut it down. And I want to give cheap LS power to all the people. So thank you for watching. I know this has been a long video. I hope this helps you out, puts you on the right path, gives you something to think about, something to build off of. And I'm excited to see what you guys do with this. I'm excited to see where this goes. This is a big deal. So I really wanted to get it out to you guys and let you know that it's there and it works for right now. I've done Clifford with it since I bricked the PCM by not following the instructions, but I was able to get it back. So, and I was able to take one of those 4.3 PCMs I got in the junkyard that nobody's grabbing because they're not LS PCMs, and clone it and use it. So the sky's the limit here. You know, he's done most of the hard work already. So hope it helps. Look forward to see what you guys do with it. Look forward to seeing you guys on the Facebook group. Until next time, I'm JR. Be sure to like and share, and share this in all your groups that you're in so that people can know how easy it is to tune now. You know, at least get rid of the VATs. So we'll see you next time.